Hi guys, welcome to Windows 10. Yay! Right? There is a topic on our forum about VMware Pro 16. So I thought let's download this version, the last version I can get anyway. And I believe we can get this just for now. I mean, just for trials. I think it's just finished now. Right, okay. So let's install VMware 16. It will work for a few days, I hope, and install our stuff on it. So, download VMware Workstation, an executable. Exe, right? We're going to install this. I hope I can install it. I'm allowed to install it because I think I had already something in here, an older version. This is the newer one. Let's wait for the machine to pop up. Not on my second screen. Okay, there he is. Well, he's doing whatever he should be doing. A reboot. We're not going to reboot. Next. Join the VMware Customer Experience Improvement Program. No. Check for product updates on startup. Not either. And let's go for desktop. So we have one here. Start menu programs. That's all cool for me. And I'm gonna upgrade, which means the paid version that I have from the university is going to get out, and this free version, I guess, or demo version, I don't know what it will be. But what I need as well is an ISO from ArcoLinux. Not sure I still have one. So let's download something as well. While that's doing its job, let's take Brave. And now we go to ArcoLinux.info. Ooh, those are the scary messages. Download. Cheat sheet, what ISO to choose, download. Oh my God, what to do, right? Seed host. Hey, where's the icon here? I think we're missing an icon there. It's still loading, I guess. Anyway, ArcoLinux. The very, very last flagship is this one. And in downloads, that's just fine. So that's downloading. 1 minute left. What's happening here? Complete the VMware Workstation Pro Setup Wizard. License, don't have one. Finish. Everything gives a blink, and then I guess we need to just click here. And maybe it still has some features. There we go. 30 days, and then I can go back to the old version. Yes, sure. Thank you for evaluating. Ooh, is it already finished? When you're okay, fine. Just communication. Create a new virtual machine. Open a virtual machine. Connect to your remote server. Okay, create a new virtual machine. Typical, recommended. Yes, keep it simple and stupid is my tip as well. So that's there. Just now. Installer disk, browse to the downloads, to the ArcoLinux ISO. Open up. Next. Linux 64-bit is okay. There are other options maybe. Do they know the existence of Arch Linux? No, they do not. Debian is there, Fedora, Mandriva. There's so many. I haven't been installing for years now. Right, all focused on ArcoLinux. Okay. Next, let's give the beast a name. Yeah, already exists. Flagship. Size around 30 gigabyte is more than enough. One single file. And then some more stuff, customize hardware. I have 16 gig, so 8 for this one, 8 for the other. Processors, let me think, should be 1 and this should be 4. I have 8 cores. And these, I don't know, so I'll keep off. Best advice ever, keep off if you don't know. What else? Display maybe. No. Yeah, no. Okay, we're good to go. Close. I think that will be it. And otherwise, we'll see what we need to do. So power on this virtual machine. The thing was that when this person on what was this? Was this VMware tools? Okay, right. Remind me later. I want to go full screen. I thought it has a keyboard shortcut. Ah, there it is. Control Alt to release it again. Wrong Control Alt. Alt GR Alt. I don't know. But anyway, we can go back up here. Exit full screen if we need to. And in the topic of the video, the topic of the post, yes, it's a post on the forum. There's an issue with something that it keeps on checking if it's in a virtual machine or not. So in here, we've added something that it knows that the machine realizes, oh, I'm on VirtualBox, I should do this. I'm on VMware, I should do that. And also, I am not on VirtualBox, nor am I on VMware. So I'll remove everything else and I'll just stay quiet. So that's something that runs in the background and makes our life easy. But in this case, it hangs for some reason. And that's why we just make a video again about installing anything. Maybe we can make a little bit more difficult so that people can learn again from it, right? Manual partitioning, let's do that. Next, and then new partition table. Not sure what I chose here. VirtualBox. It's actually you choose actually what you have. So I'm guessing I'm gonna be on MBR. I should check into that where the setting is. Now I have 30 gigs to divide, right? So you create something. And I've made some videos about BTRFS. Haven't made any about XFS yet. So I'm gonna go for a file system called XFS. File system called XFS, and you go read. I believe one of our ArcoLinux brother and sister distros uses it by default. Strike me that, but might be wrong. So I thought it was KOS that has it. So ArcoLinux wiki, right? And then XFS, and let's see what we get. And there is something. High performance journaling file system created by Silicon Graphics, and so on and so on. And we just decide to do that. We can just decide to do BTRFS and use tools like Timeshift with it, or you can use to go the normal way, ext4 or older versions of ext. And well, let's do an XFS, something new. Tell them to boot. Basically, keep it simple and stupid in the sense that why going to make separate partitions for the home and so on. With web servers, I get that, but the home system, I mean, just a mount point is enough, and get your data online or on hard disks as backup. So let's see what happens. Maybe you haven't noticed, what we also have done in VirtualBox is make sure that The system is full screen, right? This is 1920 on 1080, not 800 on 600 or something similar. And a few months ago, maybe half a year ago, I don't know, we've added that particular support for VMware. So the only thing you need to remember is, yeah, before you boot up, before the system is there, make sure you are already in the full screen mode so it can see, that's my real estate. That's how many pixels I have. So this little button here. Well, I'm afraid I can't really pause the video. If I'm correct, where is my, let's see. I'm first gonna move the button that I have to my other screen so I can actually stop it. Would be a good idea, right? So I'm recording this with Screencastify, so it's an easy tool. I've paid for it. An application, an extension for your Google Chrome in this case, but I think it runs on others as well. And it gives a WebM extension, but I can convert it back to, I think, MP4 or something like that. But YouTube doesn't really care, so just upload it as WebM, I think it is. And then everything is fine. But this thing doesn't have a pause. It doesn't have a pause. So we just have to sit through it. What's all that? Click in the virtual screen to send keystrokes and so on. Yeah, I know. Not interested. This is just a one-time thing. Me putting in here. Control F, I'm pressing here. Right. This is not VirtualBox. I need to go up there. So maybe I can use my time again to show you guys, because I often, we take it for granted, right, that this ArcoLinux Welcome app is there, but it's a great tool. It gives you a lot of information and links to the Facebook, to Twitter, to maybe to Instagram, to LinkedIn, to Patreon, I think it's called, yeah. It tells you also that the live user is the user account you're now in, and you don't need to give any password. So if you're going to a TTY, just enter, boom, and you're in. Our links to Discord, so that's where we chat with each other, but just on ArcoLinux, right? No jibber jabber, no tea time chats. No, it's just about ArcoLinux. And here it can be anything. Just talk about Linux, about problems with issues, about the weather. It can be anything as long as it's within the rules, like hatred, spamming, crypto coins, or stuff like that, right? Then that's a no-go. And we have here the ArcoLinux tweak tool. So click, boom, it starts. And we have our tweak tool that boots up, which just got a update. This is the one from December. But ours now today, if you install a desktop, you will also make a backup for your .config. I think that will be a great improvement. So we need to override things if we want to install Awesome. We need to be in your personal home directory, otherwise Awesome and so many out there, BSP, WM, CWM, DWM, they will just not start, right? So it's a good thing that we have now this .config ATT backup. And last but not least, if you don't know, but some of the Lego blocks, I always say packages, I see this as a big box of Lego pieces. Some of them do not play together. They fight each other. So Xcursor breeds conflicts with. It will never, ever be able to work unless the guys of ArcoLinux change it, right? But Pacman can only install one file. It has to be a unique file. There can't be two packages that deliver us the same file. Then it says, hey, it can't be done. It's a conflict, right? So these guys are a summary of things that just, general knowledge for people on Arch. So there we go. Almost done. And not a bad thing maybe that I went through the Welcome app. Not talking about the big button there to set your mirrors, which is also important, of course. If Reflector works. Oh ho, it says XFS file system. Cool. My first time, I think, not counting other distros which have XFS, of course, but our first time, I think, with ArcoLinux. So gparted is here for you to just show this is XFS. All right. Now, the problem the person had was something to do with the virtual box thing. So sudo system ctl status virtual something. Oh, status. And then I think it starts with ArcoLinux. Let's see. Help me, guy. 435 is way too much. But with a V, let's see. Oh, I can't type. All right, there we are. Close it up again. Control T. Sudo systemctl. And then the status of the virtual machine check service. That's the one. So everything is good, right? Everything is working the way it should. And that's always a problem if somebody hasn't something is happening on a machine somewhere else, right? We can only see what we have and solve what we see. If there is an issue, we can detect it or understand it or improve it or anything. But here there's no message at all. All is well, so to speak. And it's relying on a systemd thing. Detect something. There it is. Detect virtual. So this is a command, systemd detect virt, detects if you're in a VirtualBox, a VMware machine, or none of them. And that's what we do in that service. It's going to check, okay, you're now in VMware, so we set some things and we delete the VirtualBox things. Or you are in VirtualBox and we remove everything from VMware and set a VirtualBox there. Or you're in a real machine, a real metal machine, and there is no VirtualBox, there is no VMware, and we remove everything for those virtual machines. So yeah, I can't really help in this case, in this video, but at least we have another video showing you guys that we support VirtualBox, virtual VMware 16. We should actually end up with the version number or something like that, or was it already visible in the download file? Yeah, here we are. Is there a version number or something? File, blah, 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 help, about. So, you know the reference, 16.10, and then build 171.98.959. All right, guys, cheers.